Hey everybody, welcome to Trading Capital's exclusive analysis. In today's video, we're discussing natural gas. Looking at the daily chart here of nat gas, it is getting pummeled today on the daily session, down 5.77%. Full disclosure, my members stopped out. My trade signal on UNG was to adjust and raise stops to about $14. If we look at where UNG is trading right now, it's actually trading at $13.71. Now the UNG chart is looking a touch different to the nat gas chart, but we always want to look at the underlying commodity and assets. So right now, what are we seeing in nat gas? We're seeing a pretty sharp sell-off, but we're tagging the daily 20 moving average. Now, if we look at this daily chart here, you're going to see this neckline, and we had multiple attempts at trying to break out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attempts at getting above the neckline, and they were rejected. A very, very hard rejection today. Now, what's interesting about this rejection and this type of pattern, usually when you get rejected off of a potential bullish breakout move, you often see a pretty sharp sell-off, and that's kind of what we're seeing here. Now, the question is, are we going to go lower and hit this upsloping trend line, connecting your pivot low back in February to your pivot low back here in August? That's the big question. Right now, it does look likely that nat gas could potentially go a little bit lower. And that would actually be healthy if we back tested this area, call it just a pierce of $2, 196. I'd be a buyer of nat gas there again. And what I'm seeing here in terms of why we're potentially going to go a little bit lower, but then there might be a little bit of a snap back bounce here, is we're getting that potential death cross formation on the daily chart to occur, where you see in purple here the 50 moving average, and in blue the 200 moving average. They're sloping in a downtrend, and the 50s getting very, very close to intersecting in a downtrend, causing that death cross. Now, again, death cross sounds all scary, but that is actually typically usually a little bit of a near-term buy signal. For the medium and long term, it doesn't bode well, but in the short term, you often get a little bit of a dead cat bounce off of that signal. Now, we haven't had that occur just yet, but at the way price action is selling, we're probably about, I would say, 5 to 8 days away. If we continue to see sell side pressure, nat gas should have that death cross in roughly about 5 to 8 days. So certainly keep this asset class back on your watch list, because there's going to be another long opportunity. I love to buy that death cross signal. It does prove a very, very likely opportunity, but again, with natural gas, we need to be very, very careful, because this does have a tendency to overshoot in both directions. And right now, the market is obviously seeing some sell side pressure, so this is a commodity that can see even deeper sell side pressure itself. But holding technical support at the near term, I do like the fact that it's holding this pivot to this pivot to this pivot to that pivot. So right now, bulls are still technically okay, but if we break this 20 moving average, we're probably going to sell right down to this trend line. Hopefully this analysis helped. Please give this video a like down below, and we'll see you on the charts a little bit later.